Good, okay. Call the meeting to order 6:04 PM. All right, so this is my first meeting sitting here, so bear with me. But did everyone have a chance to review last meeting's minutes? Is there a motion to approve those?
I approve.
I second that.
Okay, great, approved. All right, there was no agenda item submitted online that I could tell. And then open for any public input. Awesome. All right, so follow up on items from the last meeting. I mentioned I would reach out to Dr. Or I did reach out to Dr. Harrison. She said that she would need some, in advanced planning. And so I sent her the May meeting date to ask if she could come to that. I have not gotten confirmation yet, but that's what I put out there because my hope is, and this is the second agenda item, my hope is that we can do a strategic plan workshop and dig into that and just solidify things at our April meeting. Will everyone be here at our April meeting?
When is it?
30th.
Is that our spring break
No, it's the,
week after?
yeah, it's the first week of
Okay.
May term
Yeah,
on Thursday. Yep,
I'll be there.
Planning room
I'll
or
be there,
babies?
but I'll be there.
super. Okay, so then that's what we'll plan to do. And my thought with that workshop is just to kind of sounds more intense than it is, but like start from scratch in some ways and just all really get on the same page about what it is we're doing and what we want to do and what we could do and build from there so that we're just all moving in the same direction, rowing the same boat. We do have 2 vacancies, is that right? So 9 is the number. Okay, so we have 2 vacancies still, no applications yet. And so I just thought I'd open up for conversation about what we think we might be able to do to encourage some applications and how might we market that.
I wonder if maybe, as much as we'd love to fill more vacancies, maybe having our strategic plan finalized to say,
Here's what we're gonna do.
here's who we really are,
Mm,
right? Here's why you want to be with
Mhm.
us. Maybe.
okay, I like
I don't
that. Do we have, I know we've done some social media in the past, but we don't have our own, right? Have we, and we've just been like sharing things
Big-
individually
I
or?
think so, piggybacking off the county stuff, but we could start our own.
Okay, I think that could be worthwhile. As we have information, right, if we have resources in the future, things like that, if we had a location for it all, so. Maybe that could be part of our conversation of a strategic plan.
I don't know, marketing.
Another thing I've noticed is businesses downtown, if we were to like make a flyer, they allow you to put
Mhm.
flyers in their businesses. I know, Nikki Mari will let you do it, Hong Kong Kitchen will let people do things. So if we were interested in that, I would be willing to make a flyer and put those in those businesses.
And I know we already have like the one that has the QR code
Mhm.
that we pass out at all our events that we do.
Yeah, where would documents be housed? Do we know?
So we could, I'm sure with our email address, we would have the OneDrive.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's something in there.
But well, yeah, I don't know.
Jane May.
Gigi was very much into
Using
Google.
all that, oh, into Google.
Yeah, so I don't know that she may have transferred it to, but I don't know, so I don't know, but that would be a place where we could store stuff and have access, everybody have access to it.
We just may have to go. Oh, we actually have an application, JK, that just got forwarded to me, so we'll go back to that in a second. So the OneDrive. Because Hanover is Outlook too, you have to like, it's
Yeah.
like an act of Congress to get out of one and into another. This is crazy. It doesn't want to let me out. Well, I do think I think Jane probably has all the original documents, so we can get that and pop it in there. Okay. an application did come in, it somehow was forwarding to Gigi. And so. Yeah, so anyways, now we have it, let's see. Her name is Susan Anderson, out on Interstate Block Road. She's lived here for more than 30 years. Active member of her church and is part of the Leadership Jefferson County cohort this year.
Yeah.
She works for Department of Child Services. Just started being a real estate agent locally. Goes to community events. Advocates for shopping local. Supporting neighbors and local businesses, something she believes in. She's interested because the mission of the HHRC reflects her values, promoting dignity, equality, positive human relationships for every resident of Jefferson County. And then she talks about during her child services career that she's had the privilege of working closely with some of our county's most vulnerable individuals, and that strengthened her commitment to ensure that all members of the community feel supported, respected, and treated with integrity. And she wants to give back in meaningful ways and advocate for the well-being, health, and human dignity of the people who call this place home. Does anyone know Susan Anderson?
I love the fact that it's like Interstate blocks more Madison, right? Like,
Yeah.
It is in fact a Madison address. I will also be moving to a Madison address soon. Yes, so I'll still work in Hanover, but I will be from Madison then. So what do we want to do about that?
Yeah, please come, be part of the new conversation, truly, because like when we're talking about those like, we want to know who our community are, and she does give a really different perspective.
I also think that relatively speaking, I think that a lot, or at least a good portion of our committee is transplants or folks that are like not lifelong Madison or Jefferson County residents.
Love a 30 year.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
32.
See, I'm 21 now. I will always be. Hanover's home. Will be forever now.
I found her on LinkedIn and I'm connecting the name now, and she's gotta be related to a kid that played on the team
Sure.
that BB played, right?
Sure.
They look alike.
Yep. Probably, or she is his mom.
Yes, yes, that
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
mean, I'm sure it's part of the Anderson hardware.
Yep, all that,
Or,
yep,
Community.
that group, yeah.
deeply embedded,
Interstate Block Road, and it's like Anderson Way.
yeah.
Someday we'll probably change it. I don't know.
I love that. Okay, so then.
That'd be for driving.
I'm pretty sure her son was injury prone, so we didn't even ask her. No, I'm just kidding.
I have
So,
ideas on how to make.
Well, she probably
playground
learned.
yes,
safer, or athletic complex, isn't
that's
it?
right. So, how thoughts on what to do with this then next step?
I guess would the process formally be that we would make a recommendation for that person to be approved by the folks in that group?
The commissioner.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is exactly the group, yeah.
It
was a big word,
I know.
tired, I don't know.
It's been a while.
There's a lot of trouble with that. But yeah, I think that, if that is what that process is, I would like to move that we, do that.
I second, third, fourth, a million.
You move to
So-
recommend,
Yes, I would move to recommend Susan Anderson to the commissioners for approval for our group.
you second. All in favor,
Hi.
opposed, same sign. Great.
And when is the commissioners meeting?
Be the second of April.
Okay, so what I will do is I will reach out to her and tell her that we have approved her to go to approval from the commissioners, and then we'll. Yeah, we're great.
So hey, here's.
I'm so glad I opened that inbox right now because that just came in.
Thank you.
That's just magical. Okay.
So it's
Super.
at 8 now.
Today. Today. And she might know people, you know, Madison people, or maybe even like, I don't know, what else is in this county?
Well, she has she's in church family too, and so if they're into sports and church and.
Yep.
Is Kent in our county or that they're going?
Kent's in our
County.
county.
Expand your horizons,
I
I
know, right?
Deputy and DuPont are as well.
And Lexington, right?
Lexington has got,
Oh, it is.
some of the Lexington addresses, I think, are in Jefferson County,
Yes.
but Lexington, the town is.
Right.
Same with Switzerland County.
Really?
Yeah, like there's some of my Switzerland County clients are Jefferson County.
Like right on,
Address.
Mhm.
they're on the edge. Interesting. Awesome. Well, that's a good thing. So any new business from anyone?
I bought a Plinko board for our event.
Yeah.
It was at Goodwill and I couldn't pass it. I
Yes,
was like,
absolutely.
we need this.
Mhm.
It's my donation to us, so.
Awesome, a Plinko board for events. And as a reminder, what are our upcoming events? Events, Juneteenth, Pride.
Pride, Juneteenth, those are our main ones. And then we need to be thinking about like the Spanish Cultural Festival. I don't know if we've ever made an appearance.
I feel like if we
This-
did, it was through Tamika.
Yes,
Cause it
Or-
always happens like simultaneously with the Friends of,
right.
yes, of Broadway.
Broadway. Probably.
Like, I'm
Broadway Green.
really close to every word today.
Right up to the edge and then.
Well, we're gonna be in that June era very soon. Everything is going way too quickly, so.
Yeah, Pride is the 27th of June and Juneteenth is likely the 20th through 21st, so
Okay.
those
So two
last year were
back-to-back.
on back-to-back weekends as well.
Can you make a note, DJ, that we'll maybe talk about it at the April meeting some more? Cause once we get to May 28th, that might be slightly too late, but at least I can maybe get information about what those are gonna look like. And we could bring it up at the next table. Other new business?
Did you say at the April meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
At the April meeting, then at the May, so I'll at least bring information in April, May, we can kind of hammer things out, what we're wanting to do, who's doing what, and then it'll happen. Does that sound good to me?
Does Hanover have a Hanover party like they did last year too? This year?
Like town of?
Yeah,
I haven't
And
seen
they-
anything.
yeah, that's what's interesting.
Like, still.
It's still early. Usually it's in July, isn't it?
Did that community day thing, does that still happen? That was done through South, it was like. I'll use the term Chris Gage era of like
Mhm.
Hanover. I remember he was working at the time and it was. Like all of the southwestern schools had a big thing.
Not since my kids have been there.
Okay,
Chris Gage era it's been a while.
yeah, they had, like 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah. Very good. DJ, what do you see as action items?
I put, and I made an assumption here, that Lindsay Falstick will reach out to Jane Stormer for the previous version of documents and files for the group. I also have that Lindsay Falstick will include talking points for June community events at the April meeting.
Super. And I will also follow up on the new member nomination,
Member nomination.
and you'll bring that to your next commission.
Do you want to put that as a?
You put it as an action item, I got, here we go.
Super. Great. Any other action items we missed? I will let you all know at the next meeting what I hear from Diamond.
Yeah.
She just hasn't confirmed yet, but I'm kind of assuming that that will happen. Unless she's on vacation. It's a good vacation week. All right then, so our next meeting is April 30th. And so all three dates are on our agenda, April 30th, May 28th, June 25th. Yeah. And next week I will bring like copies of things we already have, and then we'll just kind of be prepared to use your real good creative thinking skills and all that kind of stuff.
I guess one question that I did have about action item,
Mhm.
should we have an action item about just another review of the documents?
Yeah,
As a
I would say
refresher?
everyone should read them over again.
Okay.
And definitely read over maybe what the information on the commissioner's site about the commission. So we're all sort of understand at least
What they do.
historically what it says and what's out there.
And there are some bylaws that came, I don't know if people have copies of it, I can. Well, I've got.
Can you circulate those so
Yeah.
folks can have that? That'd be great. Great.
But, I say that, but doesn't mean we can't adjust or
Yeah.
modify them, so, but that's what it was initially, so
Yeah.
just take it with that. and
Yeah,
see.
we probably would need that for sure to build off of. Great. Anybody like to move to adjourn? Unless there's no new business, no,
I guess
we've got
just
something.
the thing that I just
Don't worry, coming, Jim.
It's right, because this list is expanded a little bit, so I have, Lindsay's gonna follow up on new member nomination, David will forward the new member recommendation for the committee. Lindsay Foster will make talking points for the June community events at the April meeting. Everyone will review our documents, bylaws, and the commissioner's site before our next meeting, and Dave Bramer will share the bylaws with the group for review.
Excellent.
Okay.
Super, great action item list.
And probably what I do when you send out the minutes, I'll just copy them or attach them there and just reply all.
Perfect.
Just reply all, I'll do it for this case.
Right, now, would anybody like to move to adjourn?
One second.
Great. That's it. Thank you. Yay.